Because here everybody looks like me, but in Canada it was a sea of white faces. So I found poetry as sort of an escape. I had to write because I didn't want other people to tell me who I was. So that's how I found spoken word. But when I did this album, I thought it was very important for me to come home to where it started. Because if you guys don't accept it, then it doesn't matter if anyone else does. So this is a really important evening for me. And I just want to say a huge thank you to you guys for being here, for taking time out of your evening to come. Thank you, people. Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to do some poems for you tonight, and I hope that you enjoy them. They said I was too young to recognize the tremble of a talking drum in my throat. Said to speak the language of the elders, I must first spit the milk tea from my mouth. Make a wish. Grow a new set so I can finally say something worth chewing on. And they asked how I learned to speak this way. A whole continent blooming on my tongue, I'm just trying to show you where I've come from. Barefoot dreams and dusty roads running. With a pocket full of stories that began first in my mother's mouth. Scraped clean from the inside of her womb, I imagined I entered the world with poetry on my fingertips. Strumming the chords of a melody that began long before me, this inheritance of words that plant themselves on the base of my throat and dare me to choke or breathe, and this is breathing. I am gap-toothed black girl, back corner of class, scribbling left-handed poetry on blank paper. Save the school's curriculum for later. And I am overflowing ancient African tales by moonlight. That is formal education. Trickling off the tip of my grandmother's tongue, you will find my mother's tongue here. A fast, fluent Yoruba, crisscrossing English, hidden messages in prose and proverbs, call it Yorubanglish. And I am the miracle of melody. Nestled deep in the groove of a rich high-life rhythm, a child of the marriage of hip-hop and Afrobeat. And you can hear our voices, pulsing beneath the skin of a talking drum, commanding hips to move without caution but caution. This is where a woman is born, where she learns the infinite connection between her waistline and the baseline. And I am sky-high gilly, bold and beautiful, meet stretch skinny jeans. We redefine fashion. Wear our stories around our necks and from our ears so we never forget the voices of our ancestors. And I am what they never taught you in history books. Legacies of age-old traditions, incantations of ancient griots, a nation of storytellers. The beautiful and the broken, the struggling, the surviving, the ones they said would never make it. This is who I am. I remember at the time when my parents were like, oh, we're going off to Canada. I thought it was just another trip to visit somewhere. The idea of a permanent relocation honestly did not occur to me, so I didn't really say goodbye to my friends. I just left. And then 1 week, and then 1 month, and then 1 year, and then 10 years before I ever came back to Nigeria. And ever since I came back, I realized like home is like an incurable disease. No matter where you go, no matter how far your body travels, home will always follow you. So Nigeria has infected me, and I'm here. So I wrote this poem for my parents because for most people who pick up and leave Nigeria and go off somewhere to give their kids a better shot at life, we assume that it is an easy transition, but you go into an environment that is hostile. My parents had to start from scratch. I'm from humble beginnings. There was nothing glamorous about it, and they were willing to do that. I have 3 older sisters, there's 4 of us. And so the idea that they would give up the lives that we had so that we could do something with ourselves is huge. So I wrote this poem for my parents. When I was born. She welcomed me headfirst into melody she chanted like a talking drum. She called God spell and gospel. And then she named me Titi Lope, an eternal love song to her creator.